Marsabit County raises a profound question of equity if the state was able to compensate citizens.
Order, Senator for Nandi, Senator for Garisha, and Senator for Isiolo. May the member for Marsabit be heard in silence, please.
Thank you. If the state was able to compensate citizens displaced by political violence, there is no constitutional, legal, or moral justification for excluding citizens displaced by insecurity and conflict in Marsabit County, which is northern Kenya. The Speaker, sir, equally, Kenya continues to benefit from international protection extended to Kenyan refugees abroad. Our standing as a responsible member of the international community requires that we uphold the same humanitarian standards towards refugees hosted within our borders. The burden presently carried by the host communities in Dillo and Magado, particularly in relation to water, health, education, environmental sustainability, and security, cannot remain indefinitely localized when the matter is national in character. The continued delay in addressing these concerns risk entrenching perceptions of unequal citizenship and unequal access to state protection. Northern Kenya cannot remain outside the circle of national restitution simply because its crises unfold far from the political center. Mr. Speaker, sir, I therefore call upon the national government to urgently move beyond temporary humanitarian responses and undertake a comprehensive national intervention to, 1, resettle and compensate 528 displaced households in Majengo area of Marsabit County. Number 2, facilitate construction of 132 destroyed homes in Marsabit. Number 3, restore livelihoods and provide sustainable economic support. Number 4, immediate resolve identification documentation challenges preventing young people from accessing education and government services. Number 5, coordinate dignified and voluntary repatriation for refugee households in Dillo and Magado who have expressed willingness to return back to Kenya. Number 6, Honorable Speaker, support host communities that continue to shoulder the humanitarian responsibility on behalf of our country. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, the situation in Marsabit County is a test of our collective commitment to equity, justice, and national cohesion. Timely and decisive intervention will restore dignity to affected families, safeguard the future of young people, strengthen stability along our international borders, and reaffirm that every Kenyan citizen, regardless of location, enjoys equal protection and equal concern from this republic. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, statement pursuant to Standing Order 53-1, Senator for Kakamega County, the Honorable Boni.
Mr. Honorable Speaker, I thank you. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order number 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on a matter of countrywide concern regarding serious mismanagement of the payroll and budgetary challenges affecting employees and delivery of essential public services in the county of Kakamega. Mr. Speaker, sir, employees of Kakamega County have been unable to access healthcare services despite deductions from their salaries, owing to irregular remittance of statutory contributions to the Social Health Authority, SHA, and to the MTIBA medical insurance scheme. This, Mr. Speaker, has exposed our employees and their dependents to financial hardships and denial of essential care that is currently undermining their welfare and eroding the trust in public financial management. At the same time, Mr. Speaker, as if it was not enough, there has been a drastic reduction in capitation for early childhood development education centers and technical and vocational education and training institutions, which is currently threatening the quality of sustainable foundational and technical education in Kakamega, disproportionately affecting vulnerable learners and weakening human capital development. Mr. Speaker, in this statement, I request that the committee should address the following. One, what is the status of the statutory deductions from Kakamega County employees' salaries for SHA and MTIBA, including the total amounts deducted vis-a-vis amounts remitted, giving reasons for non-remittance, reasons for delays, and measures to ensure compliance and accountability. Two, the committee should address the measures being taken to guarantee an uninterrupted healthcare access for the affected employees. Three, whether budgetary allowances for capitation to ECDE and TVET institutions have been reduced, and therefore provide specific figures and explain the rationale behind such reduction. Finally, Mr. Speaker, the committee should address the impact of the reduced funding on service delivery, enrollment, and dropouts from those institutions, and identify systemic payroll management and budget execution challenges within the county government of Kakamega, together with the corrective actions, including immediate restoration of adequate funding and strengthening oversight. I thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Dr. Bonnie Khalwale, MD, CBS, MP, Senator of Kakamega. I thank you.
Senator for Tharaka Nithi County. Senator for Tharaka Nithi County, the Honorable Senator Mwenda Gataya.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Health on a matter of national concern regarding the deplorable state of facilities at the Mathare National and Teaching Referral Hospital. Mr. Speaker, Article 43 of the Constitution guarantees every citizen right to the highest attainable standard of health. However, mental health patients at the Mathare National Teaching and Referral Hospital continue to face challenges in assessing their basic right. The hospital is in a state of profound deterioration, characterized by dilapidated infrastructure, bed shortage, and overcrowding. The number of mental professionals is also inadequate, which affected the timely, dignified, and effective delivery of mental health services at the hospital. In the statement, Honorable Speaker, the committee should address the following. The budgetary allocation for the Mathare National and Teaching Referral Hospital in the 2025-2026 financial year, broken down into funds allocated for infrastructure, development, staffing needs, medication, and patient welfare. Number two, Honorable Speaker, the committee should also look at the immediate measures to address overcrowding and bed shortages and present plans for renovating or replacing dilapidated and non-functional facilities. Number three, Honorable Speaker, the committee should also look at the current number of psychiatrists at the hospital and the patient to specialized ratio, specifying interventions being implemented to progressively improve staffing levels and service delivery. Number four, Honorable Speaker, the committee should also look at the total number of critically discharged patients still admitted due to family abandonment and the mechanisms in place for their reintegration into the community. The last one, Honorable Speaker, the committee should also look at whether there are plans to establish functional psychiatry units in all public hospitals across the countries to reduce reliance on the Mathare National Teaching and Referral Hospital. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. This is Senator Mwenda Kataya Mofaya, CBS Member of Parliament, Senator for Tharaka-Nithi County. Thank you.
Senator Miraj Abdullahi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries on a matter of county-wide concern regarding the implementation of agriculture and blue economy programs in Mombasa County. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1. The budgetary allocations made by the county government of Mombasa towards agriculture and blue economy programs from 2022 to date. 2. The number of beneficiaries of these programs disaggregated by sub-county and the criteria used in selecting beneficiaries, and outline the types and quantities of agricultural input distributed to them, including seeds, fertilizers, livestock, and other forms of farm support. 3. The specific blue economy initiatives undertaken in support of fish folk, aquaculture projects, fish processing, and value addition. 4. The measurable outcomes, including increase in agricultural productivity, fisheries output, and job creation, particularly for the youth and coastal communities. 5. Challenges encountered in implementing these programs and the measures taken to address them and enhance program effectiveness. Thank you.
Senator for Nyandarua County, the Honorable John Methu. That statement is dropped. Now, Honorable Senators, before I allow comments on those statements, allow me to communicate the following. Honorable Senators, I would like to acknowledge the presence in the public gallery this afternoon of a visiting delegation of lecturers and students from Masai Mara University in Narok County. The delegation comprises 4 lecturers and 154 students who are visiting the Senate for an academic exposition. On behalf of the Senate and on my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to the delegation and wish them a fruitful visit. I will call upon the majority leader and 1 minute to extend a word of welcome.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you. I join you on behalf of the House to welcome the visiting comrades from Masai Mara University, Mr. Speaker, who are here this afternoon, and I hope they'll stay long enough to see business transacted. We have very interesting business this afternoon, including shortly, Mr. Speaker, where yours truly will be moving the Division of Revenue Bill. Mr. Speaker, one of the key organs or duties and reasons for existence of this House, Mr. Speaker, and subsequently members will debate and share their thoughts on that very important subject. So I hope that they'll be around long enough, Mr. Speaker, to engage, learn, interact. Many of us that are in this house, Mr. Speaker, trace our roots to leadership, to what we did as young student leaders, and that's why we are here today. So I hope they don't delay a minute in their active participation on their journey to leadership. I wish them well in everything that they pursue in their life. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Again, honorable senators, before I allow comments, there is a bill that is time-bound and is contained in order number 16. And therefore, pursuant to Standing Order 45-2, allow me to rearrange today's order paper. We will handle order number 16 and thereafter resume the normal flow of today's order paper. Clerk. Yes, Senator for Kakamega.
Mr. Speaker, we feel that the office of the Sergeant of Arms might be embarrassing us in the public eye. Mr. Speaker, these proceedings from the time we came in are live. And yet students from another school have been here. You did not acknowledge them. You have acknowledged university students, which is okay. But what message are we sending to the children, especially with those schools, that you fail to recognize, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, we have to put our house in order so that our visitors must feel treated equally.
Clerk, take note of that. Yes, Senator for Nairobi City County.
Honorable Speaker, ordinarily that ruling that you've made is not something that is subject to debate, but I'm just wondering because, as the majority leader has correctly said, the division of revenue bill is the very reason why we are here. And usually I have seen in previous years that debate on that particular bill spills over to the next sitting day. So I don't know how we'll be able to do that with the comment section and the statements that have been requested, because I'm sure Majority Leader knows that this is something that many senators would want to engage in. Number two, Honorable Chair, there is a reason why that business had been stepped down just a few weeks ago, and I feel that just for the benefit of the House, Honorable Majority Leader, you should have given at least a brief on how we have come to reinstate this business on the floor. But not when you're moving. I think it is not fair, Majority Leader. Chair, protect me from the Majority Leader. I'm making a very brief point.
Can you make your point,
Chair?
Senator,
even when business is sponsored by the Majority Leader, he should not take it as his personal business. It's the business of this House. And because we made these decisions in a collegiate manner, don't ambush us. You can tell us that there was a meeting with the elders of the Kalenjin community or the Bukusu community, and that certain progress has been made. But don't just assume that because you are our leader, you just throw business around, because it was a decision of the House. Thank you, Chair.
Senator for Nairobi City County, you missed two very crucial meetings, and I accepted your apologies for missing those two meetings. It is during those two meetings that a decision was made. But the Majority Leader will, of course, explain, will inform you. Before he moves the bill, of course, he'll get a time to explain why this bill is now getting moved today. Now, we need to make progress. Senator Fernandi, what is your point of procedure?
Mr. Speaker, I rise under Standing Order 1, with your indulgence, and Article 110 of the Constitution on bills concerning county governments. This division of revenue bill is so critical, and that is why the Senate is here. When you look at Article 96, our role as a Senate is very critical. One, while I agree with, since I don't sit in SBC or leadership, while I agree with the explanation that Majority Leader might give, my position is very simple. This division of revenue, Mr. Speaker, I agree it might be time-bound. But I would imagine all the 67 senators would want to contribute and enrich the bill. So it will be unfair to rush through. Mr. Speaker, you remember in the last couple of financial years, there is a time in this House
Senator
that
Fernandez,
we didn't
Senator
agree
Fernandez,
on mediation.
Just hear the chair, Senator Fernandez.
Yes.
We are not rushing this bill.
Yes.
If all the 67 senators would wish to contribute to this bill, they will have an opportunity to do so. So we are not rushing.
Can I conclude, Speaker, so that I
You
get
may.
your Solomonic direction?
Yes, you may.
I appreciate you are a very wise man. Mr. Speaker, what I wanted to confirm is that while it is time-bound, it should not be lost to Kenyans that we have even failed to agree between both houses during mediation. And even this bill has extended, and I know Majority Leader has been around for some time, that even it has gone up to June, where we have failed to agree, Mr. Speaker. So would it be fair that the Majority Leader moves, but we should not be bound by the time and allow the 67 senators to agree? And finally, Speaker, as he explains on what transpired, is he must tell the country, because as a Senate we had said we would not debate or pass division of revenue until and unless the Council of Governors appear before the Senate to talk and respond to the questions of the audit. If that one will not happen on record, then we don't have any business sitting and this. And we will move that the Majority Leader steps down the bill again. And we will resist and reject.
Yes, Senator for Meru.
I think I was very fast more than the person giving me the mic, Honorable Speaker. I'm sorry. Honorable Speaker, I really understand the weight of the division of revenue bill. And though it takes that we should really deliberate and dispense of it. But Mr. Speaker, looking at the standing order today, the division of revenue bill is under paper 16. Sorry, under paper 16. Honorable Speaker, under paper 15 is the narcotic drugs and the psychotropic substances control amendment bill. Senate Bills number 1 of 2024. Honorable Speaker, I've really been queuing to move this bill, which really affects my county. Honorable Speaker, as much as I agree with the members that we really need to dispense off with the division of revenue bill, Honorable Speaker, also my bill is very, very critical, Honorable Speaker. So it has not been surpassed to move to the division of revenue bill, because the Majority Leader also, I was part of the meeting, but I can see has not convinced the members that we didn't need to debate this division of revenue bill. So, Mr. Speaker, as much as I agree with the members, let me also put my case that this Meru matter should also be discussed today, because I'm here to defend Meru.
Yes,
and Mira farmers who have really suffered, Mr. Speaker. And if we agree now to move to division of revenue bill, which according to the members will take almost 3 days to debate, Mr. Speaker, I think my bill also will be surpassed again, and this will move to next week or after the recess, Mr. Speaker. So I want also to convince you, Honorable Speaker, and to seek indulgence that also maybe this bill can be discussed today before the division of revenue bill.
Senator for Meru, your concerns have been noted. Clerk, proceed to call order number 16, please. Yeah, we'll come back to you. Senator Eddy, I will give you an opportunity. Clerk, proceed to call order number 16.
Order number 16, the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2026, second reading.
The Senate Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the Division of Revenue Bill, Senate Bill number...
What is so disorderly on the Majority Leader? Because he's not even uttered a word.
I've not even spoken.
Mr. Speaker, there are two people standing and I want to talk. I don't think it's appropriate. They must all sit. Two senators. Mr. Speaker, I want to go straight to the point because I don't want side shows from Senator Cherargei. Mr. Speaker, the honorable members of this House are very serious elected leaders of this House. These leaders made a determination based on a very dangerous reputational risk to this House on this bill that Senator Cheriot has gotten up to move. We made a decision as a House that not up until that issue is addressed in a collegiate way should this bill be introduced. Mr. Speaker, this bill is not about Senator Cheriot. It's not about Senator Sifuna. This bill is about the reputation of this House. At the very least, if there was even a small respect to this House by that committee or leadership that met, we should have been called as a House before even that matter is put in the business of the House for Kamukunji. You can't ambush us here and bring a bill, then the majority leader is going to explain to us a decision that has been taken that we are not behind, and then move the same bill, Mr. Speaker. What are we taking this House for, Mr. Speaker? I beg, Mr. Speaker, that this bill must be stepped aside. We must be briefed, even in a Kamukunji, how a determination was made for this bill to come back and become into the order paper, Mr. Speaker. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, we are not going to progress as a House when we take a decision on a reputation of this House and move this House in a proper manner, Mr. Speaker. I want to beg, Mr. Speaker, that you cannot explain to us while moving the bill. We cannot take it. That's disrespect to me. It's disrespect.
Senator Eddie, are you done?
Yes, I'm done, Mr. Speaker, but this bill cannot be moved up until you explain this issue in a Kamkunji, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Majority Leader, you may proceed.
Mr. Speaker, I don't want to lose my cool, but Mr. Speaker,
Senator Omtata.
Look at this.
Order, honorable senators, order. Order, Senator Eddie. Order, you've made your point. Allow the majority leader to make his.
Yes. Mr. Speaker, when we rose on Thursday last week, or was it on Tuesday, we promised the House that as a leadership, we are going to consult. We will listen to what the Council of Governors say, and after we reach a consensus on certain conditions which the House wanted met, Mr. Speaker will resume business. I am the one who moved this House, Mr. Speaker, and said we cannot transact any business with the Council of Governors until they resume appearance before County Public Accounts Committee. Now that that matter is behind us, Mr. Speaker, I don't know how to shout back at Senator Eddie.
Order, honorable senators, more particularly Senator Eddie and Senator for Nairobi City County. Allow the majority leader to explain. Allow the majority leader to explain. Proceed, majority leader.
I did not complain particularly about the senator for Nairobi because I didn't hear him say anything. It is Senator Eddie who's becoming unruly this afternoon, Mr. Speaker. And I don't find that to be fair. Because, Mr. Speaker, in this House, we respect each other as colleagues. When he rose to speak, I listened to him. I may not necessarily agree with what he was saying, but I calmly sat back in my chair, listened to him. I believe it's only fair, Mr. Speaker, that when a colleague is speaking, particularly on important matters such as this, we accord them the opportunity to be heard without shouting back at them, particularly when we have young leaders such as this before us, Senator Eddie. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, the point I was explaining is that when this House made that decision, since this matter began between us and the Council of Governors, there are certain conditions that as a House, as a leadership, we were extremely clear about. For me, because I've spoken on this matter perhaps more than any other colleague, is that I found it completely incomprehensible, Mr. Speaker, that a council can sit and say we shall not appear before a particular committee until such and such a member is moved. And I said that is not a matter that we shall ever meet anywhere to discuss. And I have resisted any attempts for mediation, including from very high offices, Mr. Speaker, because I believe in the importance of this House. So yesterday, when we met as a leadership for the last 2 weeks, We had representation from membership of the County Public Accounts and Public Investments. Both chairpersons were there. And we made it clear to the Council of Governors that while we hear the issues that you are raising, withdraw first the conditions that you had set, which is non-appearance before that particular committee, before we listen to you in any other matter. And they willingly agreed, Mr. Speaker, and said they shall be appearing before those committees as from today. Senator Moses Kajwang, who's the chair of Public Accounts Committee, was in that meeting. Senator Osotsi, a member of the chairperson of Public Investments Committee, you were in that committee, in the meeting, and we secured that commitment. Therefore, to me, Mr. Speaker, I see no reason why we need to hold the House hostage any further. Because, Mr. Speaker, my particular interest on division of revenue is that seeing the bill that is before us members, it is proposing 420. Yet we know that many of us believe, including our budget committee, that we need to get into a battle until we push the National Assembly to secure at the very minimum 450 billion for our counties, Mr. Speaker. And that takes time. That's why I want us to begin this process, Mr. Speaker. We proceed to mediation if it gets to that particular process, Mr. Speaker, and proceed. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I want to appreciate this opportunity, and should you permit, then I'll proceed to move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, let us make progress. Proceed, Majority Leader. Honorable members, we need to make progress on this matter. Majority Leader, proceed.
My apologies, Speaker. I thought probably I wanted to hear what you guide. I appreciate your guidance. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move that the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2026, be now read a second time. Mr. Speaker, the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2026, was published in the Kenya Gazette, supplement number 14 of 2026, on 19th of February.
Honorable members, may the Majority Leader be heard in silence.
Was passed by the National Assembly on the 10th of March 2026 and referred to the Senate for consideration. The principal object of the bill is to provide for vertical sharing of revenue raised nationally between the national and the county governments for the financial year 2026 and 2027.
Order, honorable members, order.
203.
Senator Eddy, I gave you an opportunity to spoke what you had to speak. The explanation has been given. Order. Senator Eddy, leave the chamber immediately. Senator Eddy, leave the chamber. Leave the chamber immediately. Senator Eddy, leave the chamber. If you don't leave in the next few seconds, Sergeant at Arms, escort the member out of the chamber. Sergeant at Arms, kindly. Sergeant at Arms, as Senator Eddy walks out of the chamber, Nairobi City Senator, once Senator Eddy leaves, you'll have 1 minute to explain yourself. Sergeant at Arms. Senator Mazayo, kindly take your seat. Senator Mazayo. Senator Mazayo, take your seat. Order, honorable senators, let us be orderly. Take your seats. Yes, Senator for Nairobi City County.
Honorable Speaker, with the greatest respect, I feel that the majority leader might have misapprehended the nature of the objections that were being taken by the members. The objection was, Honorable Chair, that because the decision was a collegiate decision of the House, once the leadership of the House met, at the very minimum, the House should have been informed so that people know that at the next sitting, there is going to be this matter being reintroduced after everybody has been brought on board as to the reasons. Number two, Honorable Speaker, there are certain expectations that we would have, there are certain things we would have expected to happen. For instance, the manner in which the Council of Governors took and communicated their decision was such that it even resulted in defamation of members of this House. So our expectation would have been, Honorable Speaker, that once the leadership of this House and the leadership of the COG had agreed on a way forward, that the same prominence with which the COG put this matter out there, if they have agreed, for instance, the majority leader is reporting that they are going to take back the things that they have said, they should have done it in the same manner. That would be the expectation. In fact, if the members of this House would have seen the COG issuing a statement in the manner in which they issued the initial one, we would not be in this quagmire. Honorable Speaker, lastly, I feel that we as a leadership must also respect this House. I have been a great supporter of the majority leader on this matter. But unfortunately, Honorable Speaker, I was very taken aback to hear the majority leader in a public engagement using the very same words against members of this House that the Council of Governors has used on us. That was a bit disappointing from my perspective, and I must let him know officially, because these are not private matters, that you cannot use the same accusations that the Council of Governors was throwing at this House, and knowing the decision that we have taken, and then you go and use the same words against your colleagues in this House. As a leader of this House, I thought that there you misspoke, and personally I feel like
Order. Allow the senator to conclude his thoughts.
I feel that the majority leader owes us an apology, and that is why.
Give me a minute to conclude.
I'm concluding, and that is why, Chair, you will see some resistance. That the majority leader, having done that, and the history of this matter being known to all of us, he cannot just stand up and then say he's moving the bill. Listen to us, majority leader. You are the leader of this House. Please listen to your members. Just listen to us. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator. Order. After that, we'll hear two ladies. Lady senators. Yes, Senator Kenya, it's back. The system is back.
Asante Bwana Spika kunipa fursa hii. Bwana Spika, kile ambacho kinafanya kuwe na huu mgogoro Bwana Spika ni kwa sababu Bwana Spika, wakati tuliketi hapa kama seneti tulikubaliana, lakini baada ya kiongozi walio wengi kuja hapa Bwana Spika, anasema ya kwamba wamekubaliana na magavana, lakini sisi hatukuhusishwa Bwana Spika. Kwa hivyo shida kubwa ni sisi hatukuhusishwa. Angelituambia, kwa sababu tuna vile ambavyo tunawasiliana katika jumba hili. Kama angetuambia tungekuwa na shida. Lakini yeye ni kama ana uongozi wa kiimla Bwana Spika. Anakuja hapa anatuambia kwamba ninawaambia na nyinyi msikize, na anaendelea Bwana Spika. Bwana Spika, hiyo tutakataa leo kesho kutwa mtondo na mtondogo tutakataa, lakini kwa sababu hakutuhusisha. Kwa hivyo Bwana Spika, jambo geni ambalo alifanya, jambo baya ambalo alifanya ni kutokutuhusisha. Amemhusisha mwenyekiti, akamhusisha mwenyekiti huyu mwingine, basi akasema sisi wengine ni wafuasi na sisi wafuasi tutakataa, Bwana Spika. Kwa hivyo ni mpaka atuhusishe, atuambie ni nini waliongea na hawa magavana, na baada ya kuongea na hawa magavana ni mpaka watoe taarifa kwa vyombo vya habari, Bwana Spika. Vile ambavyo walitoa zile taarifa, wasitoe taarifa kwa kiongozi wa wengi katika jumba lake, Bwana Spika. Hilo tutakataa. Kwa hivyo tunahitaji taarifa kwa
You've made a point, Senator Kinyua. Honorable Senator Kavindu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Asante sana kwa kunipa hii fursa niweze kuchangia, Bwana Speaker. Bwana Speaker, wakati tulikataa kudiscuss hii bill, tulikuwa wote hapa, na hata kama magavana wamekubali kutimiza yale tulisema watimize, tungeitwa kwanza Kamukunji, tuketi chini, tuelezewe ni nini ilitendeka, ni nini ilifanyika kabla haijawekwa kwa order paper. Na Bwana Speaker, hakika tukikubaliana kitu wote kwa jumla, ni lazima pia tuhusishwe wote. Ni vizuri tuko na leadership, lakini leadership hawajiongozi wenyewe, wanatuongoza sisi, na sisi hapa tunahitaji kuhusishwa ili tuwe tunajua tunakuja kuongelelea nini. Na Bwana Speaker, kama hii jambo itaendelea, Eddie arudishwe kwa nyumba, kwa sababu Eddie hafai kutolewa kwa nyumba kwa sababu ya kutetea hii. Na Bwana Speaker, tunasema kabla hii haijaendelea na haijasomwa hapa na majority leader, ni lazima tuite Kamukunji, hata kama ni saa hii, tuongelelee wote ndio iweze kuletwa tena kwa order paper. Bila hiyo, Bwana Speaker, tutatoka wote nje.
Senator Kavindu, you're totally out of order on your last limb of your contribution. You are doing so well until you started being an advocate of your colleague. Senator Beatrice.
Honorable Speaker, I thank you for giving us the opportunity to hear from us. And Honorable Speaker, just as my colleagues have said, we made a decision in plenary here. And Honorable Speaker, the leaders are not leading themselves. They lead members of the Senate. Honorable Speaker, one issue I take with the Council of Governors is the manner in which they made their information. Honorable Speaker, they had a press conference. They spelled out names of colleagues from this House. They declared that they were not coming to the committee. And Honorable Speaker, it gave a picture that them or us as a Senate have a choice on when to go to a committee or whether to go to a committee or not. And Honorable Speaker, you know, we do not have that choice. It is upon that, Honorable Speaker, that I put my prayers to you that a communication be made to the members first before we move to the next step. Honorable Speaker, a number of our colleagues were also, especially the head of my delegation, Senator Moses Kajwang. I remember his name being splashed by this same COG. I would prefer that they had raised a pressure and they rescind those decisions they had made publicly. And Honorable Speaker, they declare to the nation that now they are coming back to attend to committee sitting. Honorable Speaker, that is my prayer to you.
Senator Rober.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for giving me also the opportunity to weigh in on this issue. Mr. Speaker, I would like to, acknowledge the fact that there ought to have been some consultation to brief the senators as to what transpired between the governors and the senators. But, Honorable Speaker, I would wish to inform, using the principle of utmost faith, 12 senators sat with governors on behalf of the Senate. Even though there are gaps in terms of the Senate was supposed to be briefed with the outcome of what has happened. But even though that has not happened, I do not believe it should have translated into us shouting at each other, because the interest we represent is solidly one interest, that of the population of this republic. Honorable Speaker, I want to plead with my colleagues, the honorable senators, not to start suspecting each other. Whatever you think we should have spoken, because I was in that committee of 12. The Deputy Speaker, listen, the Deputy Speaker was in that committee. Honorable, you know, Honorable Senator Kavindu, while you're talking, we listen. It's just respectful, you listen. You know, Honorable Speaker, there are 12 members of this House that through your wisdom you selected to sit with the governors. The interest that was supposed to be represented of this Senate was represented effectively. I know the point of concern was we should have briefed the senators what transpired. As to the name calling and other issues, it happened both ways. Maybe a group started, but we did not spare the governors also. And we've had discussions and we've concluded in the interest of the Senate that our primary responsibility is we have sworn to represent the county government as required. And that is the mandate we are seeking to execute, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would wish on behalf of the 12 members of this Senate that sat with the governors, I would wish to really apologize for not having briefed the House as to the outcome of what has happened, and plead with the Senate to understand in good faith that we've represented you very well, and whatever you are to speak, and honorable colleagues, and in the presence of members like Kajwang, Osoti, you know your interest has been seriously represented. You know, in terms of articulation of the issues of concern. Sijaribu.
Order, honorable senators. Order.
Mr. Speaker.
Senator Kavindu, kindly take your seat.
Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, Honorable Speaker, as I conclude, on behalf of that committee that's represented the Senate, we extend our apologies for not having briefed you as members. And I would wish to plead with the members to make sure that we're able to prosecute the agendas of representation. Honorable Speaker, the House is not conducting itself with decorum, Mr. Speaker. As I've said, we have prosecuted your issues. We extend our apologies, and I would like to plead with the Senate to allow the majority leader to be able to prosecute this matter, which is an issue that we...
Order, Senator Fernande.
Honorable Speaker, I submit.
Order. Senator Fatuma Dulo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me confirm to the House I'm not part of the 12 that sat down with the governors. Number one, Mr. Speaker,
I sit in House Business Committee, and these matters severally were discussed at that level. And I know, even if there were underlying issues, Mr. Speaker, I am really grateful to you and the House leadership, the position you have taken for the unity of this House and dignity of this House. Mr. Speaker, in the interest of the matter before us, and I know it's an oversight also on the part of the leadership to have briefed the House, we need votes. We need to pass this agenda for the purpose of the unity of this particular agenda and the unity of the House. Can we break for 5 minutes so that we can clear the air? I thank you. Without camera.
Mr. Speaker, you can allow, please.
Senator Fomeru.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. Honorable Speaker, issues raised by the members are really weighty. And Mr. Speaker, I want to confirm that I was a part of the leadership that met the Council of Governors amidst all other Senate leadership. But Mr. Speaker, I think there was some disconnect. We met 2 days and we made very nice discussions and we came up with good resolutions. But Mr. Speaker, I think it is important to also afford the membership of this House an opportunity also to get to know the resolutions, what we discussed, and Mr. Speaker, that will really move out these impasse that we have now, Mr. Speaker, so that we can make progress. Let us not be seen as if, oh no, Speaker, can you protect me from...
Senator Kavendo. Order, Senator Kavendo, order. Senator Fomeru, you may proceed to conclude.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, what I was saying is that it is important for this House, let us move together as a House, Honorable Speaker. If at all the majority leader can take some minutes and give resolutions of whatever we discussed yesterday, I think he will be accorded time to give resolutions for 10, 15 minutes. And then members can be able now to move together with the leadership of this House, Mr. Speaker, so that, you know, even if we discuss, we move this motion, this motion, or this needs a lot of support from the membership, Mr. Speaker. So I will really imply my colleague, Majority Leader, maybe to, before moving this motion, Mr. Speaker, to give the House the resolutions, the discussion that we had, so that members can have that comfort. Let it not be seen like the leadership went into a certain kamkunji with the Council of Governors and agreed on matters that the members are not aware, Honorable Speaker. I want the Chair CPIC, agree with the members also, so that also your committee can get support at the committees, and also when your issues are brought in this forum, Mr. Speaker. I think it will not cost us some few minutes to do that. And personally, I really wanted to apologize. Sorry? I want to apologize to the membership of this House because I was part of that team, that was an oversight, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, and and therefore, let us really move together on this matter, Mr. Speaker. Yeah? From where I come from, tunasema wa Kiswahili, ila mjinga tu ndiye hawezi bandilika, ndiye abandilishi mambo yake. Let them move.
Senator.
No, he wants to move that.
Not suspend, but you just give resolutions and then we move on.
Order. Senator Mundege, just take your seat. Take your seat. We can only move as a House, Senator Fernandi. How else do we move? Yeah, Senator Robert, before you move, allow me to communicate this. Now, honorable senators, Senator Kenyan, under Standing Order 122, a senator commits an act of gross disorderly conduct if the senator A defies the ruling or direction of the speaker or chairperson of a committee. Under Standing Order 122.2, the speaker shall call a senator whose conduct is grossly disorderly to order and shall order the senator to withdraw immediately from the premises of Parliament. And on the first occasion, for a maximum of 3 sitting days, including the sitting day of suspension. Now, honorable senators, Senator Eddie Okech, having persistently defied the direction of the speaker, and the speaker having had to order the sergeant-at-arms to escort him out of the chamber, the senator's conduct squarely falls under the operation of Standing Order 122.2a and is therefore suspended for 3 sitting days, including today. Senator Roba, you may proceed.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. I rise in line with Standing Order 38 that touches on request for temporary suspension of sitting for 10 minutes for the reasons that preceded this discussion, to allow a bit of consultation. Honorable Speaker, I submit.
Yes.
And I request Senator Edwin Sifuna to second.
The request has been put to the Nairobi City County Senator.
Speaker, it would have been better for the leader of minority to do it, but I second.
Thank you. So, honorable senators, we need no debate this procedural motion. With your consensus, I may proceed to put the question. Honorable senators, with your... Should I proceed to put the question and not allow debate on it? Yes, Senator Mazayo, if you speak to it, then you'll have to allow your colleagues also to speak to it. Now, Senator for Kilifi County, just take a seat before I allow you to say something. The motion having been proposed and seconded, I will now propose the question that the Senate suspends its sitting for 10 minutes to allow consultation on the issue of the Division of Revenue Bill and thereafter resume its business. Now, Senator Mazayo, the floor is open, but this is what I said. If I allow you to speak to this motion, I need to allow your colleagues who have something to say also to speak to the motion. Otherwise, then you allow me to put the question. Because if I allow you, Senator Mazayo, I'll have no moral standing whatsoever, denying an opportunity to any of your colleagues who would wish. Unless as a House you allow only Senator Mazayo to speak and thereafter I put the... Senator Fernandi, the reason why we are going to Akamkunji is to allow you to say exactly what you want to say now. Yes, the senator will speak during the Kamkunji. So then, So then, honorable senators, I'll put the question, which is that the Senate suspends its sitting today for 15 minutes and thereafter resume its business. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Siendi.